What's up, y'all? It's the King and Snipes and the King of Making Music, and today we got the best snipes and the newest snipes. Y'all, you're watching this as coming out. I'm live right now on Twitch and YouTube. We got to get the basic filters out the way, and then we'll show you guys the really good filters after. The first filter is going to be Champions Lowest. Now, for this one, you're going for every Champions cards. You're mostly going to see pink diamonds, but right now it goes for about 3.2, probably go down to 2.5 and come back up to like about 3 or something. But right now, since it's still not completely low, the higher it is, the better to get more snipes. Now, as you can see, we got some 3, 3, 3. None of these go for anything, so we're not gonna get any of them. If you see anything lower than like 2.7, it's a pretty good snipe. The reason why I want to stay on 3 is because 3 is, a lot of people could put up opals for 3 or some champion dark matters even for 3. You don't want to miss that. So 3 is a pretty good one. If it stays permanent where there's too many cards that are going for 3k or more, then of course you can put it at 2.5. That's gonna happen eventually, just depending on when you're seeing this. So champion is going to be a pretty good one. This one is a good one for if you want the champions cards for challenges, if you want the champions cards in general, or you just need a good budget filter. Next up, we got opal, and the reason why we're not doing champions is because champions cards are included in this one. Now champions cards go for about 5k. I got one earlier for about 4k, and so because they go for 5k, you can go for 3.5 and go for every opal in the game, including champions cards. So whatever you see, if it's like 3.8, you put it at 3.5. If it's 3.3, you put it at 3. So for me, what I like to do is scroll. I feel like scrolling isn't that terrible, especially for lower cards. If it's like a 100 overall filter, you don't really want to be scrolling unless you have to. Like 20 Parker, you're gonna need to enable them. Everyone's gonna be scrolling that one. Or like you can't buy 20 Parker, you only have 100k, then that's fine, right? Unless you're scrolling like, the only time I don't recommend scrolling if you're scoring like more than 8 cards or something, more than 5 cards. So for this opal filter, I'm only scoring 2 cards, so that's okay. If you really don't want to scroll, you can put this one at 3.3 or 300 lower. See what you can get, but I once again, I put it the highest I can, so that way if a card goes for 3.5, I don't miss it. Next one's gonna be dark matter. Now, so champions cards, they go for about 25k, the dark matter 25k ones. So for this one, you want to put it around 20k, and you're still gonna see them because they're around 20k. If it was under 20k, I would do my best to scroll. Even if it's like 5 cards, I would do my best to scroll. But yeah, for right now, a 3 scroll isn't terrible, and plus look how fast it is on PS5. Even on PS4, or if you're on current gen, whatever it is, I heard scrolling is even faster. So there you go, man. Don't even worry about it. Just scroll. If you really don't want to scroll, you could put this at 20k, or the lowest it could possibly be, and there you go. I'll give this one about 25 minutes, and then of course, top it off, we got the 100 overall filter. Now 20 Parker is supposed to be here, and this is the part where I'm supposed to buy him because he's gonna be a buyout. But whenever he pops up, I'll just buy him. I'm gonna add him to my collection so that way I can enable him. Speaking of enable filters, we're going to show you guys the best filters in my opinion in the game, especially the best budget filters in the game. Yo, by the way, if you guys want expensive filters, 100k plus filters, the best ones in the game, let me know. I could definitely make a video for that. But yeah, I would wait on this filter for about 2 hours. I would say 1 to 2 hours. And also, of course, you have an invincible filter. The bright side is you don't need to enable anything. The con of this filter is I would recommend at least 5 hours, and that's at the very least 4 hours, 5 hours. And it's a little bit more popping on PlayStation, and 100 overall filter is a little bit more popping on Xbox. But this one, I'll give it 4 to 5 hours and see what you can get. This is a really, man, you shouldn't be on here if you have 100k unless you have 5 hours of patience. I'm not talking 2 hours, 3 hours, unless you have 5 hours of patience at least. You could hop on here for 100k. But if you only have 100k, you better get your butt on the budget filters, you know what I'm saying? Like at least 100 overall filter, that's like 2 hours, But yeah, let's get on to the best filters in my opinion in the game. Okay, I got this card from this filter that I'm about to show y'all. So we got Cavs filter. So for every filter I'm about to show y'all, what you could do instead of enabling is just put gold and see what you can get, right? Gold's always gonna go for a lot for these specific filters, but what I do is enable all, and like that I just saw a Wesley person because I didn't put gold, so that's like the bright side of enabling. And now Wesley, I think I got it for 3.5. he goes for about 5, it looks like, or maybe 6 or something. And as I told you guys, once you get a card, send to your auction house, click on them, put find on the auction house, and then scroll and see how much it goes for. You don't always want to put a card up for the rest of the team because more than half the time they go for more than that. So Cavs is a good one. Cavs is the good one. You could put that and then make sure to enable. All you have to do for Cavs, okay, so he goes for 5k. All you have to do for Cavs is just enable Donovan Mitchell. Maybe that's like 1k, right? That's really not that bad. Now I really recommend enabling Cavs because it costs us like 800 MT, I'm pretty sure, and then that's it. Like, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, enable it, put it at the lowest, and see what you can get, man. If you're confused, by the way, when I say put it at the lowest card you see, if it's like 5K, right, you could just put it at like 4.9 and then scroll. If a card is like 4K, boom, just put it at 4K, and then, you know, this is why it's better to enable, because if I just put gold cards, I want to be able to see this Dwight Davis. He probably goes for around 5K. I just made about 4K just from, you know, a couple cards in a couple minutes. Next up, we got Knicks, and it's the same thing. I think Knicks costs us about 3K, so I would understand if you're really not trying to do Knicks, because 3K might be a lot for you right now. It is a lot for some people, like my boy Payne. You know, it might be a lot for him since he only has 6K. But once again, gold is a good one right now. So you put gold and see what you can get. And yeah, let's look at and this is it's pretty cheap. So you put gold, or if you want to enable, which is even better in my opinion, then you could just enable a couple cards. It costs like 3K. And yeah, so see what you can get from Bobby Halliburton. Is so nice, bro. That shot was crazy. By the way, Knicks in 7. Next up, we got the Nuggets, which might be my favorite. It's so slept on. It's so expensive. It's so good. All you gotta do for Nuggets is enable Jokic, I believe. Jokic, Jamal Murray, and another Jokic. I mean, you don't even need to buy the Diamond Jokic, I don't think. But as I saw, I just got a card for 3.5, I believe. Probably goes for about 6. So that's pretty good too. But I really recommend enabling. If you're gonna enable for anyone, I think Nuggets and Timberwolves are the best ones to enable for. But once again, you could just put gold if you don't want to enable. And as you can see, that's what I'm seeing right now, just golds. So, you know, golds are gonna be the most common ones, but to be fair, as you've seen, the cards that I've sniped for just right now were not golds. But yeah, so there I go. Next up, we got Pacers, and this one is actually, if you're gonna do gold for any of the ones and then not enable any cards, it's gotta be this one. You could just put gold because it's so saturated with Marquise Daniels. Probably asking, why don't I have Marquise Daniels? I do. He's in my auction house. I unenable him just because if I enable him, then the filter breaks. Like, this is the only filter that's been breaking. And what I mean by that is, if you enable in the past in 2Ks, if you put enable, the filter does not work anymore. It doesn't work. So what I did was I just took them off, bro. I was like, whatever, you know, I'll just put gold. Every time I'm on a Pacers filter, I just go up to maybe 4K or 5K, and I just put gold and see what I can get, and I keep going higher till I can get some gold. Pacers is the most expensive one of these filters. As you can see, we got some golds here. I would just stay here and see what I can get. I'm gonna get Marquise Daniels again because I haven't tried in 2 days. Maybe the filter is fixed now. But yeah, if you're gonna put gold for any of the filters, I definitely recommend Pacers. Next up, we got Thunder. So this one you have to enable quite a bit. I think it's around 2K or 3K, but it's not looking bad. Again, you could just put gold without enabling. And yeah, some of these are definitely snipes. This is a 2K one. You can sell any of these for about 2.9 and they'll sell for sure. They keep fluctuating, but yeah, Thunder filter's not a bad one. You can put gold for this one too. I have gotten some pretty good cards from here that won gold, so definitely up to you. Warriors, last time I checked, you didn't need to enable, and thanks to these new packs, now you need to enable. You need to enable everything. Wow, Curry was 3.9 just yesterday. Wow, I think I want to invest. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, I think I want to invest in any Curry that's below 2K. I'm just gonna cop and sell back later because he should be going back up soon. But yeah, so Warriors, all you gotta do is enable Curry and Draymond. Now I don't have it enabled because yesterday I literally just did the filter yesterday and he didn't need to get enabled. So once again, we got gold in the Warriors, and then just get anything that's a snipe. And so I can sell these two for 2.9. They're here for a little bit, and that's like that's the pro of these filters, because like the 100 overall invisible filter I showed you guys yesterday, bro, you better be on your P's and Q's for 5 hours straight. If you mess up one time, like one time I was on a phone call with somebody, I missed 100 overall Josh Smith because I was sniping one hand and talking to the person on the other. But for these filters, you just saw a great pin, 1000 MT, 1000 MT from those two cards, maybe more. And what, they were up for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You don't need to worry about it. That's why I love these filters. Next up is definitely a great one. Timberwolves maybe made me the most MT out of any of these filters. Right now it is extremely low. If it's below 5K, I'm gonna start investing. Yeah, I'm gonna start investing, I can't lie. These are gonna go back up. Let me get this one. That's gonna be a snipe. He's gonna go for about 4.9 at least. But yeah, so once again, all you need to do for this one, I think, is just enable one card. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, just Anthony Edwards. If you just need to spend about 1 to 2K, bro, why put gold and risk you missing all the great snipes? Don't even do that. Ooh, look at my MT count. I'm lucky. And yeah, there y'all go. Just enable. If you're waiting for a card to be pending like I am for the Curry's to enable, you could just put gold for now until you get the cards. What I recommend doing is just hopping on these filters all at the same time and seeing what you can get. And then also scrolling isn't bad. You don't, just because you see a lot of scroll doesn't mean, oh, let me go back and change it to 2. You would scroll. Like I just got that Curry right now. I just scrolled a lot. Scrolling on here isn't that big of a problem. But what I recommend doing is with something I call sweeping. So what I do is after going on the filter, or after making a song and then coming back, I wasn't going about my business and coming back, I just start from the Cavs or start from the Warriors and then sweep the whole filters, put them at the lowest, and then see what I can get. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweep. But here's a good idea for the sweeping. This is gonna go back up. This is gonna go back up. So let me just, you know what I'm saying? Here's a good idea for the sweeping. For the cards that go, for the filters that go for the same as each other, the Warriors, Thunder, they each go for about 2.6, 2.5 for right now. And then you got the Knicks that also goes for about that same price. So for the cards, for the filters that go for about the same price, you just sweep them at the same time. Because if I have to change my price and go for everything else, you don't want to do that. That's gonna take a lot more time. So because they're all other 3Ks, I just sweep them and see what's going on. And now we're gonna start with a little bit more expensive cards. So we got 4.5 for the Cavs, and let's sweep and see what's going on. This one, I'm gonna take the risk. I got a lot of MT, so I can risk it, but he's a part of a set, so he could go for a little bit, but I'm gonna just take the risk anyway. And plus I never see this card ever, so I'm gonna just take the risk. Worst case scenario, I'll lose 200 MT. Next up, we got the Nuggets, and they go for a little bit more, so this gives me an opportunity to raise my price up to 5.66. And then with this one, we got the Pacers one as well. It goes for around the same price. So these are about 6K. And then thanks to Marquise for running the filter, we're gonna put it at gold. We don't see nothing at gold. Now we're gonna move on to the symbols filter because it goes for about 5, as you saw earlier. So if you got any questions, let me know. I know I'm not that good at explaining, but yeah, that's what I just call sweeping. You just go on that. I don't really stay on these filters. I just hop on real quick. We just got a cat, and this one's a snipe too, but this cat should go for a little bit. I don't know if he's a lock-in set, but I've been on this symbols filter and gotten hundreds of snipes, and I've never seen this cat, so you should probably go for a little bit. But yeah, that's why I just recommend sweeping and not wasting your time on these filters as a whole thing. And we got a Ricky Davis for 4.9. This Cavs card. Now why I'm buying these cards for the low is because they were literally 7K yesterday, so I know they're gonna go back up. Saturday, Sunday cards go back up. Monday they go back up a lot. Tuesday is super packed, so they go down. So Monday is where you really want to sell the cards, maybe even Sunday. We just got a Ricky Davis, and yeah, so probably made about 20K from just a little bit. Not this card, but 20K from previous sniping, maybe more. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want the most expensive, best 100K plus filters, let me know. I can make a video for that. And there y'all go. I'm streaming right now. If you're watching this, it's coming out on YouTube and Twitch, so make sure y'all pull up. Deuces.